Here is a brief summary of the 1995 film The Glow of Time, about the extracurricular activities of a student and his teacher. Let's begin the summary. 1943, Sweden, the city of Malmö. The main character of this film is 15-year-old Stig, who moved here from Stockholm 2 years ago. He has already settled into his new class and caught the attention of his neighbor, Lisbeth. A new homeroom teacher named Viola, who also moved here from Stockholm, joins their class. After class, Viola tells Stig that she has seen all the teenagers' pranks and asks Stig to read a note that the students passed around in class. But he is embarrassed to read the vulgar information in it, so the teacher does it herself. Smiling, she says that children's ideas about male potency are extremely exaggerated. After that, she makes him wipe the blackboard clean of a dead fly. During this process, Stig stares at Viola, which the woman herself notices perfectly well. Stig returns home from where he hurries to work at the cinema. Going out onto the landing, he meets Lisbeth and talks to her. At work, he is reprimanded for being late. Lisbeth tells her friend that she likes Stig. For his sake, she even learns the Stockholm accent from a radio program. At work, Stig meets his brother, Stig, who wants to serve on a submarine but has not yet passed the test. Spending the night at home, his brother tells him that he wants to have a boxing rematch with the powerful Arvid. After class, Stig tries to show his teacher that he likes her by staying alone with her and reading her dictionary. He also finds out where she lives. After a while, Viola reciprocates his feelings, and they kiss for the first time within the walls of the school. After class, he dares to come to her, where the teacher is already beginning to teach Stig everything. After physical education class, she tells him that he needs to be careful, as her husband might see them. One day, her husband, Jell, notices the boy in the apartment but doesn't think much of it, assuming that the boy is there for extra lessons. Stig and Viola's relationship develops, and they begin to get to know each other better. After work, Stig goes to watch his brother's boxing match, in which he wins in the last round through sheer willpower. We also learn that Stig has the keys to Viola's apartment. One day, Stig comes with flowers to wish Viola a happy birthday, but her husband, who has canceled his trip, immediately jumps in. He notices the boy, but again does not pay any attention to him, and then shows him his invention, an alcoholic cuckoo clock. The extracurricular cardio workouts continue, and his relationship with Viola's husband grows into something almost friendly. In one conversation, Jell talks about his hatred of unnatural materials for tights, without taking his eyes off his glass for a minute. But during one of his meetings with Stig in the apartment, when he sees him in a bathrobe, Jell realizes why the boy is hanging around there. He is not angry with the guy, recognizing that their marriage has long been falling apart, because a week after the wedding, he himself cheated on Viola because of his destructive addiction. Stig receives a letter from his brother with a riddle they came up with as children. His brother encrypts the word wolf in the letter. Now, Stig and Jell even spend time together, for example, playing soccer. The next day, young Lisby prepares everything for her first time with Stig. The family celebrates their mother's birthday with their neighbors, from where Lisbeth takes Stig to her apartment and shows him Eve's costume. But Stig leaves her with nothing, making her blush with shame. Stig asks Viola about the reason for the breakdown of their marriage. She says that at one time, Jell was a breath of fresh air for her, but he has already worn out his welcome. Now she just feels sorry for him, believing that if they break up, he will sink even lower. In the evening, while talking to Jell, Stig learns that he is having problems selling tights, as nylon is now in fashion. He drowns his sorrows in gin and passes out. After that, Viola calls Stig to the bedroom, but he decides to go home. The next day, Viola sets a time when her husband won't be home, but he decides to meet with Lisbeth. In the girls' locker room, he hides in a sports horse and, throwing a note to the girl, asks her to look inside. After that, they do all sorts of things there, but I have no idea how. Lisbeth says she is happy. Stig hears on the news that the submarine wolf has disappeared. He remembers his brother's letter and realizes that he encoded the name of the submarine he was taken on. Later, Stig receives a telegram about the disappearance of the boat on which his brother served. Stig doesn't tell his parents, but his mother eventually finds out and panics. Viola goes to a movie theater where Elizabeth is also sitting. Going to check on Stig, she catches him with Viola. Stig tries to explain everything, but they don't want to listen to him. Viola gets drunk at home because Stig has become uninteresting to her. After that, she makes a scene about Stig's cheating and makes him undress her for one last time. Viola decides to leave Tigan for a second year so she won't have to see him in her class anymore, telling him that she reported his constant skipping and blank test papers to the principal. He expresses his dissatisfaction and threatens to tell everyone about their romance, but realizes that no one will believe him. During class, he even overturns the teacher's desk. After the principal informs him that he will be repeating the year, Stig returns to the classroom and finds the class register with the pages containing his grades torn out. He goes to Viola's apartment, where he meets a drunk Yell and asks him to talk to Viola because she could ruin his life. But the drunk remains silent. After that, Stig gets angry and leaves. Stig is informed at school about his brother's death. Lisbeth, wasting no time, already has a new boyfriend at school. In the cinema, Stig, with tears in his eyes, once again watches the film about the sinking of the submarine Wolf, on which his brother was. Later, he and his family attend the funeral of his brother and other sailors. When they return home by train, his mother tells Stig that she senses something is wrong with him, realizing that it is not only related to his brother's death and problems at school. He replies that he will tell her about it sometime later. During the distribution of church or student certificates, Stig shows everyone his dignity to Viola, thereby exposing her. After that, he breaks into Viola's classroom and steals all her dictionaries from her desk.